Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. I'm Chris Holt, and today hopefully we can get our first start on the WRX. So over the last 5 parts, as this is part 6, I've been rebuilding and getting the engine in just a standard EJ205 back into my 2002 Subaru WRX, because early on it had spun a rod, and so we went through, cleaned all that up, got it all together, and put it in the car. So this video, I gotta see what's up, see why the starter was not engaging in part 5. So if you haven't seen that already, make sure to go check that out. Like I said, the starter wasn't engaging, so I gotta figure out what's wrong with that, get it started, and hopefully nothing leaks. There's no issues on that. So, like I said last time, I turned it on, I got power, but I couldn't get the engine to turn over. So something on the starter wasn't starting. So hopefully we can get that dealt with and figured out here in this video. Alright guys, so we did a attempted start on the last video. So where we come at, we've got the battery is providing some energy to the car. Like the dome light and stuff comes on when I open the door, as you can see, which is a good sign that we've at least got some battery coming to it. But we weren't getting any clicks to the starter, so I'm gonna see if something's not wired up or something like that. I'm also gonna see if the battery had enough juice. So right here it's saying how much juice we got, and it's currently on basically 0. So we'll see. I can put it on fast start in order to get it to try and start. But yeah, I gotta diagnose the starter, see what's up, and hopefully get this thing started here in the next little while. Alright, so underneath there was almost what looked like a ground, so it went on to almost a knife edge little thing. And considering when I was trying to get it started, the starter wasn't engaging, and that went onto the starter, it might be kind of what we were missing. So here, I'm gonna set you guys down in the passenger seat. Let's cross our fingers this thing works. In neutral. Yes! Yes! Check engine light, but that's alright. She started. No leaks, that's a good sign. Oh wait, we got coolant right there, and I'll have to figure that out. There's a little drip, so I'll look at that and see what's up. Alright, so I've got it started. Obviously not on right now. I'm gonna go and check the oil. Wipe it off. Set her back in. All the way down and in. Pull her out and check it. Yeah, there's like no oil in there. One hand on the focus wheel. Let's see. Well, just believe me, there's no oil in here, so I'm gonna add more. Even though I already added the 4.5 quarts, there is no oil in there. So alright guys, I got the car started, so I'm super happy about that. But it's making an interesting sound, and I checked the oil and there's like no oil in it, right? So I added some more in there, and I checked the dipstick again, and let's see if I can show you guys. So we actually do now have some oil in there, which is a good sign, and the noise has started going away. Now, another noise that I do have is the throwout bearing. I believe in part 4, maybe part 5, I had some issues getting the clutch fork and the throwout bearing lined up, but I got that as lined up as I could. It's one of those things that I used the old motor's throwout bearing and clutch and all that stuff, so it's not new parts. It might be squeaky a little bit, so it's just something I'm gonna have to roll with. I kind of doubt it's going to do that. It'll kind of rub into it. A lot of the noises are going away. It's starting to run pretty good. But something I did realize, there was a coolant leak, and I'll see if I can show you guys here in the next clip where it's at, and then we'll go through and we'll fix that. Alright, so the coolant leak happened right about here, and my first thought was the radiator. So what I did is I took off the big section that goes there for the intake, that piece right there, and notice where it was dripping. So I put a bucket here underneath, and now I'll get my flashlight and go from underneath and try and show you guys what was going on. So see right there on the oil filter, it was dripping down, and so tried to get up there and then went to look at it from the top here, and using my flashlight, let's see if I can show you guys. So it's down, let me find it. Oh yes, so right there, that elbow, not the hose clamp that you can really see, but the other one right down in there is leaking on that joint. So I think it's the hose clamp, but I'll have to see. The good thing is I think that I have a spare one, so I'll check in with you guys and see if I have it. Alright guys, here's a spare water pump that I have, and this is the hard line right there that is on the car, and then there's a little elbow off of that joint right there, which is onto the oil filter, like we saw in underneath the car where it was draining. So right here is my external oil, or my second oil filter housing, and so we've got two lines coming off of it. I gotta decide whether it's that one right there or this one on this other side, and they're both elbowed 90-degree ones with two hose clamps, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. The only thing is getting it in the car. And yeah, see, it's right there. Let's see if I can get some more. That joint right there. And so I have to figure out how to get it. So I might have to remove the fans and all that stuff and the upper radiator hose. And as I have already put coolant in it, it might be a little bit of a pain to get to. Something else I could maybe do is try and get it here from the bottom. But it is going to be right behind the exhaust manifold right there. So that one might be a little bit more difficult to do. So what I think I'm going to end up doing is taking off the fans, the upper radiator hose right here, that one for sure, and then hopefully I can just take off the one fan on this side, and there's a clip down here that clips the fan in. See if I can get that to go, and then button all of it back up, get the hose clamp in, and hope for no leaks. Alright guys, sorry I didn't film much of that, but I got the old hose off of the car, got the new one put back on there, and there's now no leaks. So what I had to do is take the upper radiator hose off, this passenger side fan, and get at it from the top. Because getting the exhaust manifold off is so difficult, that's what I ended up doing. Wasn't too big of a deal. I was pretty okay with not spilling all the coolant, but yeah, I got it all on there, started her up, and that joint doesn't leak anymore. So that's a good sign, and I think we're just about ready to go on our first drive. Hey guys, I'm super glad we got the car started and everything figured out on it. Definitely make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned for more content on this car. So like I said, I got two cars, my 2002 Subaru WRX that we've been working on, and a 2010 Chevy Camaro that we'll have more content on coming up here in the near future. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so make sure to stay tuned for more videos. Like I said, subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see more content on this. leave a comment down below if you guys have any ideas on stuff that I should do, whether it's top 5, top 10 videos, or stuff with my 2 cars, or stuff going out. I'm still under quarantine, at least for the next little couple weeks, but as we go further and further, I'll make sure to get out and do some more interesting content. Just let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys here soon. Bye.